Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Centering Prayer Practice for Wednesday. Not sure what happened to my video a few minutes ago, but it's all straightened out now. So thanks for coming over here and meditating with me, Centering Prayer Practice and Kriya Yoga. So today's quote is from Meister Eckhart, the most wonderful mystic in Western Christendom, who I don't know if I've ever said this before, but he had the good sense to die before they burned him at the stake for being a heretical mystic. Anyway, he said one of the things he said was, nothing in all creation is so like God as stillness. Nothing in all creation is so like God as stillness. Stillness, the quieting of the mind and the chatter of the mind, quieting the story that goes on inside our head, gives us access to the presence of the divine. When I was dead, on the other side, there was no language. And another way to describe what I experienced over there was this flow and this stillness, which is how Jesus describes it in the Gospel of Thomas. It's both a flow and a stillness. It's this movement and quietude. It's this peace that lives inside us. What we get out of meditation life is we train the mind, and it's a biological thing. You train the mind to quietude. I was talking to one of my neighbors yesterday down by the shore here, and she had had some health issues recently in the past year, and she's just come back from her winter away. And she told me that she had started a little life of meditation that didn't last too long because her problem was she couldn't quiet her mind. And that's what the chanting is all about. The only way to reach the stillness, the only way to cause your brain to stop itself from running in all thousand different directions is to use language against itself, which is counterintuitive. You can't force yourself into quietude. You can't force yourself into stillness, but you can train yourself into it using language as your tool against the language that your brain uses that prevents you from entering into stillness. It's a very much an Aikido or jujitsu kind of situation where you use the energy of the mind against itself. You use the same tool that it's using to prevent you from accessing your stillness to access your stillness. In the Torah, the whisper of God is a theme. This quietude is a theme. And that's why we practice meditation, is to quiet the mind, to polish our lens, and to open our hearts to the divine presence, to enter into the stillness together. Breath work can help you access stillness. Yes, breath work can. Yes, it can. Any kind of physical or mental practice that focuses the mind and the breath together can help you find stillness. You can find stillness in the motion of Qigong. You can find stillness in the motion of a Kriya Yoga combined with a Hatha Yoga. You can find stillness inside yourself in the tea ceremony, the Zen Buddhist tea ceremony. You can find stillness in lots of different ways because stillness isn't an inaction. It's not a loss of motion. Stillness is a state of being inside yourself, the still point. And I love to point to the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. If you've ever seen this masterpiece of Chinese filmmaking, it's a kung fu movie. In one of the most famous scenes that I like anyway, the protagonist and the antagonist, who it's confusing to find out that they might not be protagonist and antagonist, but they're running through a bamboo forest, flying as ninja kind of kung fu people do in these kinds of movies, and he lands up on the top of a bamboo tree, on a branch of the bamboo tree, and he's standing on this impossibly thin in this impossible situation. He's standing on this impossibly thin branch without motion. He's just standing, floating on top of this thing. This is a stillness. This is an example of the kind of stillness. He had to fly up there to get there, and then he stopped. It was the stillness that enabled his running through the trees. His inner stillness allowed him to run through the bamboo, to fly through them, and it was his inner stillness that helped him to stop. In either case, in both cases, it wasn't that was moving or not moving. It was that he had internalized the stillness of the divine inside himself. That's what we're talking about here, is internalizing the stillness inside yourself, so that whether you're in motion or whether you're at rest, this stillness, this peace pervades your being, because the divine itself is best accessed in silence, not in words, not in language, not in ideas, not in imaginations, but in the stillness of the mind. It reveals itself without language, without action. I hope that helps a little bit, my friends. Yes, you can find stillness while walking in nature, says Angel. Very much. Saint Mike says, I listen to the environment. You can sit by a stream and listen to a stream. You can sit on a city street and listen to the city noise of cars and traffic and hooting horns and sirens, and find stillness inside yourself. All those things are helpful, and they all have to do with mental focus and breath. All right, my friends, thanks for coming this morning. Time for meditation. I'm going to grab my mask here. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. I'm going to be putting out another video today, one of those shorts that I've been doing. Questions and answers. So take a look for that later today, and with a little surprise with it too. All right, so here we go. For those of you who are joining us this morning, we do 3 or 5 vocalized ohms. Like if you're a yogi or a yogini and you've been in a yoga studio and you've practiced the om, right? You can practice that with us. Vibration in your chest, vibration in your throat. Bring the up through your jaw into your third eye, right there, your brow. And then we do some silent meditation, centering prayer, which is basically a chant inside your head. And anytime your mind wanders off, you just go back to your chant. And if you want to know more about it, check out the videos that are listed in my description below. Enough of that chit chat. Thanks for coming back after we had the video trouble this morning. And here we go. And I wear a mask because I have lights on my face, and it's hard for me to meditate in the light. It's easier in the darkness. Here we go. Relax. Belly breath, mental chant. Follow your prayer, your mantra on your breath. When your mind wanders, return to your chant, return to your breath. You may open your eyes. Thank you, Kristen Adams. Thank you. Angel blessings, my goal is not to access anything other than the divine itself. I seek nothing. I seek no gifts. I seek nothing. Just the divine itself. I try to eliminate my will and my desires. That's my goal. Not what I want, but what the divine wants for me, what the will gives to me. And if I ever have any visions or understandings, I let them come rather than seek them. I seek only the connection to the light. As all my teachers before me, down through the generations across the globe, I set my heart on the oneness of being. That's what I pursue. I pursue the giver, not the gifts. I don't need access to information. All I need is the oneness itself. Others may access the Akashic, I can't even say the word right now, Akashic records. It's not where I'm at, but if others want to, that's fine. If others find that pursuit worthy, that's fine. It's just not my way. Thank you, Kendall. And the same with you, brother. There's a residual piece that arises from the biology and the practice, the biological practice of meditation, the quietude of the mind. And it's cumulative, day to day. But it's not the silence itself. The silence is deeper than the peace you feel, than the peace I feel. It's deeper than. I should talk in the first person. Thank you, Chuck. Amen to that. All right, my brothers and sisters, I kept you here extra long this morning because I had a snafu in the beginning. Try to keep it to 30 minutes. So, my friends, I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming today. Thanks again, Kristen, for your gift. I appreciate that very much. All gifts are welcome. PeterPanagore.love. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you. I hope this works for you. Let me know what you think about the meditations in the comments. Give me your thoughts there. Thank you. Peace to you all. Thanks, Margie, M, and Vicky. Namaste, everybody.